Welcome to the behind the scenes, the making of the Williams Curse. What is the Williams Curse? The Williams Curse is one of the short stories that I produced along with some other individuals. In this video, I'm going to take you through the behind the scenes and making of just a short video of how it was created. Now, the Williams Curse, it's basically poltergeist with a black family. That's basically. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't listened to it, it's free. It's an audiobook. You can check it out. Go over to Gathering of Brothers Publishing official YouTube channel here. If you don't know where it is, you can go to my channel and you can see the links to the channel here. You just click Gathering of Brothers here and you can see that. So check it out. It's free and it's an audiobook. Check it out. Give it a like, share, let me know what you think. So like I said, in this video, I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown of how it was made. So initially it was formed in my head. I had an idea to create stories, short stories featuring black characters or all black characters or all mostly black cast or whatever. So I came up with, I had a number of ideas. I thought it would be cool if there was a poltergeist type story with a black family. So basically I came up with the idea and I needed someone to write it because I don't really have the skills to write it, and I probably could have wrote it myself. Yeah, I could have self-taught myself how to write and stuff like that, but that just would have taken too long. So I decided to go the route of hiring somebody. So I went to Fiverr a long time ago, and I went to Fiverr and I found a writer. Now this is being published under the Gathering of Brothers Publishing. So I'm not sure what the writer looked like. I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure, but I'm guessing he might have been Southeast Asian or something like that. I don't even remember. So he's not African American, he's not black, he's not FBA, but that's just this is business, So he wasn't a black writer. Would have been nice if it was a black writer, but you don't have to necessarily hire just black folks or whatever. So basically I went out, I decided to use Fiverr, a service, but you can do if you want to do something like this yourself, you can hire whatever you want. You can find a friend, family member, or find a writer wherever. So I decided what type of story I wanted to do. Then I decided how I was who was gonna write it, or where I was going to find the writer. The next step was to come out with to actually lay out the story. So I laid out the actual story in, I believe this is a PDF, but I believe I laid this out in PowerPoint. And so I basically laid out all the characters that I wanted in the story, and I wanted to give the writer just a whole bunch of detailed notes and direction. So you can you can pause this and take a look at it. But basically, I came up with all the characters I wanted featured in the story. I decided to I added some photos of what they may look like, and as you can see, I created a brief description, and I did some sort of flow chart of how the story would go. Now, as far as the cost or the expense, I didn't want it to. I couldn't necessarily afford to write an entire story, so I decided to squeeze it down to a short story, and even smaller than that, to squeeze it down into a part 1. So I came up with this layout in PowerPoint, and I gave it to for direction, and I gave this to the writer. The writer then produced it, paid him, and whatever came out. It wasn't perfect, but it actually came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So a long time passed, and I decided to convert this into a a voice, an audiobook. So I've been working with a guy named Fighter9. He does voice acting work. So me and him, we worked on some other projects together, and we'll be working on more projects in the future. So I believe I gave this to him as well. This outline, this layout of the storyline, just so he can get a good idea. Because I think this is I think I did a good job with this when I gave it to the writer, and then I gave this to the voice actor. So I gave this to the voice actor. He did an excellent job. He produced it. The writer and the voice actor, I didn't pick over it that much because the budget wasn't that high, so I didn't nitpick too much. So for the most part, there was only 2, maybe 3 rounds as far as the writer and or the voice actor. So voice actor, he did his work, he did his job. The writer did his job. Now finally, it was my job. So I took this. First, I went to. I needed some artwork. The previous audiobook I did, I wasn't really happy with the artwork. So I decided to. This is Stable Diffusion. This is AI generated art. So I used this Stable Diffusion, and I actually came up with some images. And I finally came up with this. This is in Photoshop. So this is the final artwork that I came up with. It's not perfect, but I like it. And one thing that I learned was that you got to get things out. Things are not going to be perfect. I need to, you want to produce things. You need to get things out of your mind. So I didn't want to nitpick. I think this is good enough. I was kind of going for that. What's that movie? The Exorcist. That Exorcist type of look, scary type of house. So I have this key art. Came up with this key art, kind of quick. This is just the channel, the thumbnail for the YouTube. So I created that key art, and then I brought this into what you see on your screen. This is Camtasia. Now the previous project that I worked on, I did that in DaVinci Resolve, which is a free and a very good video editor. If you're looking for an amazing video editor and movies, movie directors, they use DaVinci Resolve. So I brought that in my previous video, I used DaVinci Resolve, but in this one, I am using Camtasia because it has a nice, and I think it's a new feature. It has a nice feature where you can have these audio wave files, whatever you call it. Yeah, audio waves. So let me cover this and let me turn this off. So I took that key art from, let's see, Photoshop. I took this art, brought this into Camtasia. Then I took the, what do you call it? The voice acting from Fighter9. You can check him out if you're interested in Fighter9. And I hang out with him on Twitch at night. I believe he's go to twitch.com/Fighter9. So anyway, I took the voice acting from Fighter9 and then I dropped it in here. As you can see.
You damn straight.
Okay. So that's the voice acting. And then Camtasia has this, I think it's new. It has this audio, let me see. It has this has this cool audio wave effect. And you can do this in DaVinci Resolve, and you can also do this in Adobe Premiere, but it's just slap dumb, simple, and easy in Camtasia. So I decided just to get this out, to do this in Camtasia, which I'm happy with, because it did not take a long time, at least as far as setting this audio thing up. So I have the audio wave visuals, and what is this? Okay. So I have those audio wave visuals, and I added I added the title, some transition effects, and for the most part, bam, it's done. So this project is done. May not be perfect. It may not be perfect, but it's done. It's produced. And I just rendered this out and posted it on the YouTube channel. And it's not premiered yet, but by the time you see this, it would have been premiered. So that's just a short and brief walkthrough or behind the scenes on how I produced this. I really, the main reason why I wanted to show this is, I really want to encourage you guys and everybody to produce your own Black content yourself, because as more and more Black people, African Americans, the FBA, get involved in the movement, we need more Black content. And it's very important for all of us to, it's very important for media that features us, for media that features us. It's important for that media to be produced by us, because we don't want anyone else telling our stories or representing us or showing us through their lens. So I'm Black Indie Dev. Hit that like button and check out the William Spam Curse